When returning the Chaos Emeralds to their rightful place, the gears all bind and connect, and open a dimensional portal to the end. I'm DeoGenZ, and you're watching my Sonic Generations walkthrough. This will be intense, everyone. The last final match for Sonic's planet. For Sonic's birthday. It has come.
Okay, whatever you are, if you want to avoid an embarrassing beatdown, you better give up now.
You're not in a position to demand anything, you nasty little pincushion.
Eggman! But how?
He had a little help.
Dr. Robotnik!
Nobody calls me that anymore. If you would be so kind as to explain, gentleman genius Dr. Eggman from the future. It will be my pleasure, most excellent and efficacious Dr. Eggman of the past. After my most recent setback, I stumbled upon the primordial form of this unique creation, which I discovered had amazing abilities even I have never been able to master. It could erase time and space. I then had the brilliant idea to use my discovery to undo my previous defeats. In order to perfect it, I needed the help of somebody as smart as I am. The only person that smart is me. Oh, you are too kind, my dear future self, and I was happy to help. I captured your friends, flinging them through time to bait my traps.
But the more your monster tears through time, the more damage you do to the world.
The world? I'm going to own the world when I'm finished with Sonic! Wow, will I really get that crazy? We'll see who's crazy after I destroy both Sonics. Forever. You mean after we destroy them? Less arguing, more destroying.
Destroy me? You and what mustache? I beat you all the time by myself, and now there's two of me.
Then I'll have twice as much fun defeating you.
Keep moving!
Move all you want, I'm still going to stump you into a blue jelly. That was just to soften you up. Now it's time to meet your doom.
Do it, Sonic!
Come on, Sonic! Smack him!
Not you!
You've got this, Sonic.
You can win, Sonic.
Who are they? They are insignificant. You've got the power, Sonic.
Focus your spirit.
We're with you guys! I believe in you, Sonic!
Don't give in, Sonic.
I know you can do this, Sonic!
You can win, Sonic! You always do!
Time to scramble some Eggman, Sonic style!
We have to take on the Time Eater. Very interesting how they tie this monstrosity into Eggman's past with Sonic. I think that's really awesome how they've done that, and now I have to play Sonic Colors. I have to figure out where this Time Beast ever came from. Now, the whole point of battling Time Eater, other than to save the world, the whole point of attacking him where his vulnerability is his center. And you have to keep boosting in order to hit it. That's his creamy center of vulnerability, where we'll wage damage on him the most. Actually, at all. Something to be very noting in this part of the level, in this world-bending time-space continuum that's nuts, is to be on the lookout for new rings. We just missed a bunch there, but your rings are constantly depleting here. And once they reach 0, you're done, and the Time Eater has won. So keep collecting rings as often as possible, and you can fire your other component Sonic, whether it's classic or modern. You switch with Y, but you can throw them at the enemy to hit items that get in your way. They're not going to actually do any damage, but what they will do is break up any items in your way and dodge Time Eater's crunching moves and crushing hand moves like that when he tries and threatens to go after you with his fists. Just go above. Don't stop boosting. You want to keep a constant boost going as Super Sonic. That's what you can do now in this golden form. Unfortunately, you're not invulnerable because of the ring thing, but hey, keep collecting rings and you can be. Oh, here's a bunch. It's really awesome how they all fly into you as well. This is such an epic last boss. I love how we're battling in the space-time continuum, ripping through dimensions, going through time. It's really fucking awesome. I think this boss battle is very fitting as a closer to the finale of Sonic Generations. You must boost ahead. I'm not certain if you can. I think you probably could if you boosted ahead enough. If you can actually damage him in the classic view of Sonic's look at the time-space continuum. I really think that the only way to wage damage on him is if you go head first in modern Sonic mode into his orb. That is the center of his structure. You hit him twice. If he is a 3-hit boss, this might do the trick. And we're good on rings, so we can keep on zooming. Keep on heading to the end. Dodge those homing shots just by weaving in and out. Going up and down works very well. Ah, damn. See what happens if you don't. If you do not dodge his clobbering hands, you get smashed. And then it pushes you back further from your goal, which can be deadly dangerous if you don't have enough rings. Take that. Alright. What do you got first now, you big ugly thing? Fireballs! Hold L, B, left bumper and right bumper. Oh, okay, you don't have to release it, I see. What you do is you hold left and right bumper when he throws a sun at you, essentially, and charge on through into his soul. Destroy the beast once and for all. Here he comes. Force left and right bumper. Supersonic double power. Go!
Still warm. Time travel. I'll admit, you weren't half bad, Sonic.
Half bad? Are you kidding? He was all great! He collects how many? Wow, where does somebody put all those gold rings? You know what? I don't know. I keep forgetting to ask.
It was great teaming up with you. Hope you learned a few tricks that'll help you out in the future. I mean, the past. You know what I mean. Dude, sweet! And you're only gonna get better!
There's our ride!
Hey, Sonic! Enjoy your future! It's gonna be great!
A final meet with the Sonics. Sonic got his hot dog back, and classic mode is on the fast path to learning the homing attack. What a great ending, guys. Sonic Generations, there you go. It was really an epic game. Good to see Sonic back in action, seeing him zooming and doing what he does best, platforming. And it was really a magnificent game. I'd love to see more of Sonic in that modern form. I think that was my favorite thing about the game. The graphics were gorgeous. The soundtrack was spectacular and spanned across all of Sonic's history. Really great to hear all those classic riffs and listen to some new ones and some unexpected favorites. This game, it was just such a great rehashing of what we all love about Sonic. And that was the great thing, was even though they had some games that were not the greatest in Sonic's history, they took the best elements from that and they morphed it all into this game, and that's what I think makes this an excellent, highly recommendable title. At $30, it's really, it's a must-have for not only any Sonic fan, but anybody who is inspired by platforming in general. Really, this is marvelous. Even some of the challenges that you would think would be pointless end up becoming a lot better in testing your platforming ability than you would first suppose. I love all the beam ability, or the, not beam, but barrier abilities that were enabled, like the bubble shield, which allowed you to bounce, fire shield, making you blaze forward, and electric shield giving you a double jump. I thought that was fantastic, and a really cool way to mix up the platforming action. And this right here, Sonic Adventure, that's what the, not City Escape, always mix those up, but Speed Highway was from. And that was another great thing, speed. The sense of speed in this game that I had was higher than any other Sonic game I've ever played. The only real other first, like, head-on going into levels, kind of platforming levels like this, where Sonic's running down buildings, things like that I've played are Shadow the Hedgehog, so perhaps it's not a good comparable demonstration, but I would love to see more of the modern Sonic. I will have to look into some of these games because they look freaking amazing. Even Sonic Adventure 2 here. City Escape was a great level. I enjoyed that one heavily. The gun truck was very surprising when it first burst out at me, and it's incredible to run down that whole town and not be smashed once, so long as you're boosting properly. I like how they had for each individual level something significant to that level. So if it was seaside hills, they had the dune buggy that you could run on. In City Escape here, they had the skateboard, which they brought back in Rooftop Run, which I thought was fantastic. I really loved that challenge mode. And it was really awesome to see that they took such attention to detail to make sure that the fans got everything that they were looking for as far as what you would expect from the level. Like, oh, Sonic was in this game and he had a skateboard. Where'd it go? Oh, it's not here anymore. They not only gave Sonic a snowboard like he has here in Sonic Adventure 2, but they also gave the classic Sonic a skateboard to hop around on as well. Freaking amazing. Sonic Heroes, that was the one with the Seaside Hills, and that was really an awesome level. I appreciated it a lot, and this is a fascinating game. It looks like you're using all three of Sonic, Knuckle, and Tails to pull off different moves and maneuvers, kind of like almost reminiscent of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, how they're doing the Twister move with all three of them. But pretty cool. Another good thing that this game did was advertise Sonic. I mean, if the last thing of the day that you could say about this game was it was a gigantic promo for how awesome Sonic was. I mean, I really had no idea that Sonic could be this entertaining, but looking at these games and the relapse of its history, it really it looks to be something to go back and explore. It sincerely does. I had a great time with classic Sonic for all these years. It's time to branch out. But not into this one, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Apparently that one was quite the dubious title, and not in a good way. I could see how that would mess up. I'm seeing just by the cutscene here that it's really dependent on a lot of rail shifting and gliding through worlds. I could see how that could get messed up in programming. But as I said, after I'm done with this, after this last video is fully recorded, I'm going to go off and check an LP of this game to see what went wrong, because the level itself was pretty awesome, and although I had some minor frustrations with it at times, it was really spectacular going through those heightened lava worlds, and yeah, that lava tornado, that was quite the vortex of terror as well. Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed was really cool. That was the Werehog game. The game that was half good, and the other half was just Werehog. It's humorous, but I believe that this whole point, they're not going to show you any part of Sonic Unleashed that wasn't the level that they were basing it off of, which is smart, because they wouldn't want to show you the dull Werehog levels. They wouldn't want you to believe that that was the same thing. Interesting, they had a diving portion right there. It's a game that, if you're a Sonic fan, I would at least rent, because it's not worth it, especially if you're a Sonic fan. I mean, you'd think, well, Sonic fans should get every Sonic game, right? Well, no, this is half of what you would love about Sonic, half of the awesome high-speed, intense levels that he's going full force forward towards these robots and all kinds of challenges. That's only 50% of the game, and then the other half is the Werehog form. So, rent it, enjoy it, and then return it. And then while you're at the game store, get Sonic Colors. This was the first game in a long while where Sega understood what its following was looking for. They were looking for good platforming action that was solid. You could have a little bit of gimmicks, I suppose, with the Wisps if you wanted to say that, but really they only offered some alternate platforming modes, very similar to how the challenge modes do to this game. But this was a game that really put Sonic back in the high-speed lane of going fast forward, and even did some fun things with those Wisps. Gave great levels of platforming, awesome design. It makes you wish, this being a Wii exclusive title, it makes you truly wish that Wii was in HD. But that was an awesome look at Sonic's past. What a great history he has had. He's definitely an iconic character of gaming, and I hope that he's going to have more awesome titles with less Werehog action for sure, and lots more high-speed gaming, just like we love. Awesome game, Sonic Generations. I give it a 9.0 out of 10.
Are you sure you saw a door over here? What? You were the one who said you saw a door over here! Well, I know it was one of us. Shut up and keep looking. What time is it? It's the exact same time as when you asked earlier, and it'll be the exact same time when you ask later. There is no time here! Let me just say that this was a brilliant plan that you came up with. Don't get too self-righteous. It'll be your plan pretty soon. I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to forgetting it. I heard that! Do we ever win? That depends on your definition of win. Beating Sonic. Oh. Well then, no. That doesn't give me much hope. Maybe I'll go back and get my teaching degree. That's not a bad idea. I've always enjoyed telling people what to do.